Dear Mr. President, immigration reform has become an unavoidable topic in recent years. What was once considered an ancillary and often ignored issue for politicians and constituents alike is now foremost in the minds of our country's employers, workers, and leaders on all levels of government. This country was built by immigrants and continues to thrive both culturally and economically because of them. The United States accepts more immigrants as permanent residents than any other country in the world. These are all potential citizens with the power to vote. It is well to remember that many of these permanent residents initially came to the United States as students and workers. Unfortunately, our current system of immigration often alienates this population and creates a general impression of inefficiency and bureaucratic muddle. Perhaps the greatest concern for immigrants and our federal immigration agencies involves communication. This includes communication between agencies like USCIS, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and the local immigration courts. The delays and loss of important information that occur between these agencies have direct and enormous impacts on the lives of countless individuals within and outside the United States. These individuals, however, are incapable of interacting in any meaningful way with the officers and agencies that dispense life-changing decisions on a daily basis. In recent years, USCIS has made noted efforts to become more user-friendly, including the use of social media sites such as Twitter and YouTube. However, these social media tools are not being used to their full potential. The audience that can be reached through these channels is vast, and its members eager for information. While I applaud the informational nature of the videos posted on YouTube and posts on Twitter, I fear that real, pressing issues continue to go unaddressed. Social media should be a real and viable option for the people to communicate with its government, including addressing problems, concerns, and suggestions for improvement. Because direct communication with every immigration applicant would be cumbersome at best, tools such as Twitter, Flickr, and blogging become an easy, interactive method of relaying information, updates, and making the process more transparent. An important function of certain social media, such as YouTube and blogs, could be relaying the proceedings of current stakeholder meetings between USCIS, immigration attorneys, officers, and other interested parties. These stakeholder meetings should be a public forum to address logistical and policy issues. As you know, effective leaders must have clarity of vision. More importantly, they must be able to communicate that vision to their followers in a consistent and straightforward way. You yourself have used social media as a powerful way to get your message across in an approachable yet widespread way. You list at least 10 social media sites on your own website that the public can access and that are posted to regularly. Your use of this media gave voters the chance to become a member of your team, both literally and figuratively. Your use of social media made you accessible to the public and created a feeling of involvement and empowerment. This vision must be communicated to every part of your government, especially the agencies overseeing our immigration system, in a consistent and straightforward way. It is possible to accomplish this and avoid the distraction of getting embroiled in trivial disagreements. The plain fact is that the immigration system must be made more transparent and open, regardless of amendments to policy or party politics. Encouraging open dialogue and inviting criticism lies at the heart of good government. Beyond the practical nature of using social media tools to reach a wide audience, these sites are also powerful engines for collecting biographic information and can be used for good or ill. The example of the Iranian government's crackdown on the media and the public's use of social media are well known. However, Iran also uses sites like YouTube and Facebook to closely monitor anti-government activity by Iranians in Iran and abroad, including Iranian Americans. They have used information gleaned from these sites, including names and contact information, to harass and threaten individuals, their friends, and their families. This may or may not be seen as a surprising reaction by a fundamentalist totalitarian government. However, it should be seen as unacceptable that our own government is engaging in similar activities in the name of national security. USCIS regularly monitors sites like Facebook and YouTube in order to unearth fraud or anything that may undermine the validity of an immigration petition. This use of social media tools goes against the nature of their purpose, as well as our privacy and our Constitution. This cannot become the vision for America's future. Transparency and openness should be the goals in using technology to communicate. Potential constituents should be given a chance to air their views in a constructive way, rather than being alienated by a system governed by suspicion and fear. I urge you to shape your vision for the future of our immigration system in the context of evolving technology and newer means of communication. As a world leader, I know you recognize the importance of bringing your vision to those responsible for implementing it and compelling them to follow that vision in a consistent and straightforward manner. Great leadership means convincing people to adopt your vision in its entirety and make it their own. You have shown that you are capable of great leadership. I encourage you to apply this new brand of leadership through increased communication and participation to the much-needed reform of our immigration system. Thank you.